If you are planning a summer of 2026 move to Lynchburg, Virginia, then this is probably a video you needed 3 months ago. If you're watching this in April, that's okay, you're right in time. But I would not wait to start looking in June because it's one of the most common mistakes I see people make, and it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Hey, I'm Adam Stinespring. I'm a realtor here in Lynchburg, and I help people relocate here pretty much every other week. And in this video, I want to walk you through exactly when you should probably start searching, what to expect at each stage, and maybe how this Lynchburg market is actually going to turn out as 2026 continues. Because it's not really behaving like the rest of the country right now. So let me give you some market realities of Lynchburg first, because they kind of explain everything else. As of right now, the average home price in Lynchburg is around $289,000. And the number is continuing to go up slowly because we still don't have enough supply to meet the demand that is here in Lynchburg. We do have one of the tightest inventory levels in Virginia, but we are still below the even state average when it comes to cities of the equivalent conveniences like a Richmond or Charlottesville or Roanoke. As far as days on market, the average days on market is around 38 days, but this number is pretty misleading because there's quite the polarizing effect. The homes that are priced right can go in 24 or 48 hours, but the homes that are priced wrong can sit for months. So what that means for you as a buyer who's planning to move this way is you cannot wait until you arrive to start looking. The good homes will be gone before you even finish unpacking. You need to be searching long beforehand. Now, if you are considering a move, here is the timeline that I generally recommend for people. You might want to save this part of the video so you can come back to it. So 4 to 6 months out, that's right now. If you wanted to move in July or August, and I would call this the research phase. You're probably not going to be making offers at this point. You're definitely not going to be buying yet. So you are just watching. So what you should be doing is, if you're a long ways away, maybe use Google Maps to start virtually going through neighborhoods and areas. Go ahead and follow some new listings. I have a website that can send you things on autopilot within a certain range, within certain descriptions, so that you can get an idea of what things are what at what price points. And at 4 to 6 months out, you should be getting pre-approved with a local lender. This does matter way more than people think, specifically the local part, because Lynchburg sellers and Lynchburg listing agents are going to know the local lenders and know which ones to trust and which ones aren't. And a local buyer's agent is going to help you do the same thing and know which ones to skip out on and how to navigate that. Now, 3 months out, this is where it starts. This is where we hopefully are starting to make some short trips. We're going to be narrowing down areas, price points, styles. At this point, we can make an offer if the right home comes up. We can add a longer closing because, as a reminder, your first mortgage payment isn't due until the second month after you close. So if you were to close in May, your first payment isn't due until July. So it gives you a little bit of buffer room so that when we start looking maybe 3 months out, it can still give you that ability to find the right home without overlapping payments. Again, this is all dependent on if you're contingent and all kinds of stuff. Now, we are 6 to 8 weeks out. This is the active phase. So we definitely should be really looking, hopefully putting in an offer, maybe even finding a home at this point. The Lynchburg summer market inventory peaks, I would say, around the April and through June mark. So if you are looking to move in May or, through July closing, then this is probably going to be the sweet spot. If you wait until June, you might have missed some of the best inventory around this time. So you're kind of going to be competing for leftovers. Now, if you're 3 to 4 weeks out, we should be closing. We should be under contract. By now, we should very much have found a home, or at minimum be very, very close to it if you're cash. It's going to be a swarm of appraisal, inspection, and more. And if you are just starting to search now and you need to be here in 3 to 4 weeks, you're definitely in trouble, because most of the time when I see this, people will have to rent for at least a couple months as we either find a home or close on a home. So this is the part of the YouTube video where maybe somebody would give you a overarching, here's some neighborhoods, here's how you can start searching. But honestly, if you're this close at this point, you're probably beyond just researching. You're probably actively will have been making the decision that you are coming to Lynchburg in a certain time. And that's the time when we should create a specific plan for you, not only timeline wise, but where you should probably be targeting your search. Most people that I talk to who are relocating are 6 months to a year out, but the most logistical conversations I have are when we are less than 6 months out. And we are creating a game plan, figuring out what lifestyle do you want to live, and that will help me give you some general guidance into where you should go in accordance with what you want to have, and also in accordance with your price point. If you want the convenience, we'll figure out some areas within Lynchburg. If you need space, we'll look outside of Lynchburg. If the schools are the most important thing to you, I can point you in some directions there. The truth is, I have many videos that kind of do a little more specific breaking down. You can go check those out if you're still in the research phase. But if you're less than 6 months out, just give me a call. The link is in the description. The number one mistake that I see pretty much every buyer make is they just wait way too long to give me a call, or they call me way ahead of time, which is fine, but definitely better than calling me way too late. Now, if you want to know what is the market going to do in 2026, I don't have a crystal ball. All I know is right now, inventory is low, meaning there are going to be less options for you, even though there'll be a little bit of a spike as, April through June comes. Don't wait for prices to drop, because when there's low supply, prices don't drop. There is no perfect time to time the market to buy a house. The best time to buy a house and the best house to buy is a home that fits your needs in the time that you need it to fit your needs. If you can get a nice home at market value at the time you need, that's the best case scenario. Now, if you've made it this far in this video and you're still trying to figure out if Lynchburg is even the right place for you, maybe go check out some of the other videos that I've done, with city comparisons, cost of living, lifestyle, those kinds of things. But if you are searching, even if you are one of those people who is a year out and you're just one of those over planners and want to get an idea, definitely click the link in the description. Give me a call. I pick up most of the time. And if I don't, leave me a message and I will definitely get back to you. If you are less than 6 months from moving to Lynchburg, we need to have a conversation now so that we can make sure you are set up for success and we line up everything in accordance with your move. Because relocating is no easy task in itself. And the last thing that I would want for you is for logistics on the actual coming here side to be difficult, or difficult than it needs to be anyways. So if that is you and you're thinking of coming to Lynchburg, then I guess we'll talk soon.